I'm very pleased to add my voice to those who are here to express our pride and joy in the elevation of Cardinal George Jacob Kakad to the red hat that we all celebrate here today. He is now one of the 253 in the College of Cardinals, only 140 of whom have the right to elect future popes. And for us, it is a matter of particular satisfaction that once again he has given India the distinction of having the youngest cardinal, young enough, I must say, to continue doing so and electing future popes for nearly 3 decades to come. When Pope Francis was elected in 2013, he was elected by a college of cardinals, of which 64% came from Europe and North America. But during his time as Pope, he has presided over a significant change in the Catholic Church. He has elevated figures like those we have the privilege of sharing this dais with, who come from Asia and Africa. And today, the global South accounts for just one short of 50% of the College of Cardinals. It is indeed a changing world, and you, Cardinal Kakad, are a cardinal for a world in change. That for us, I think, is already implicit in the hopes expressed by the Swami as well as by our Maulvi Imam, that perhaps one day we could have an Indian Pope. The way things are going, it will not be too long before the prospect of a Pope from the global South, at any rate, becomes significant, as a majority of the cardinal electors will be people of brown and black skin, a dramatic change from the days in which the original College of Cardinals that first came into existence in the 11th century consisted entirely of white men. So the world is changing, but in this challenging and changing world, our Cardinal Kakad has had some extraordinarily interesting experiences in the service of the pontificate. He has served the Holy See's diplomatic corps between 2006 and 2020 in 7 countries. And it's been a fascinating mix. 2 Muslim-majority countries, Algeria and Iran, 2 Catholic-majority countries, Costa Rica and Venezuela, 1 mixed Buddhist and Christian country in South Korea. And of course, he has spent the last several years at the Vatican in a position of great importance and trust as part of the papal office, in charge of the Pope's tours and working closely with the Pope. This extraordinary background equips him specifically for the world in which the challenges of interfaith diplomacy can no longer be diminished. We are facing challenging times, widespread unrest around the globe, conflicts in Ukraine, in Gaza, in Syria, and tensions mounting in other countries as well. In such times, institutions like the Catholic Church and leaders like the Pope and his trusted cardinals can become powerful agents of peace and reconciliation. The Gospel of St. Matthew tells us, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God." We have a child of God in our midst today, and the diplomatic touch that he will bring to his duties as cardinal also brings a healing touch. He has stayed close to his roots in our country, in India, where sadly we have seen social divisions deepening as a result of the rise of forces who have sowed hatred and mistrust amongst communities. Such divisions threaten us all, threaten freedom and development. And to counter this, interfaith dialogue and the efforts to build and rebuild trust amongst communities is essential. I want to compliment the Changanacherry Adhirubada for having ensured the presence of people and leaders and voices of different faiths here to greet Cardinal Kakad, because his mission must be one that embraces us all, just as we all, sir, have embraced you today. I want to stress that despite so many of the challenges facing the world, it is not only conflict. There are dramatic changes in the world of technology, space exploration, humanity moving to frontiers as yet unanticipated. But these quests overlook ethical concerns. We are seeing a world where profits and progress have been prioritized over the welfare of humanity and the environment. Today, we have a woman of Indian origin who is stuck in space for a year and a half because the equipment to bring her back to Earth has malfunctioned. Are we pursuing technological milestones without fully understanding the consequences? We read of dramatic new developments. In vitro fertilization with 3 people. How can we have a 3-person IVF without asking serious questions about God's creation? Scientists are talking of creating new plant and animal species. These raise profound ethical questions. To my mind, we are fortunate as Malayalis and as Indians to have in our midst someone who in so many ways has contributed not just to the Syro-Malabar Church, not just to the Indian Catholic community, but through his home parish. I'm told that just this year he led Holy Week services at the home parish of Lourdes Mata Parish in Mamura. What a wonderful gesture to show your connectedness to your roots. And that combination of rootedness and global exposure gives our new cardinal a sense of responsibilities which I think will serve all of humanity. I was telling him slightly mischievously that though India has an ambassador in Rome, he would now be India's ambassador to the Vatican. And I mean that, of course, with a smile on my face, because he is much more than that. But to all of us coming from this land that he has illuminated with his own amazing service, it's a matter of pride and satisfaction that we can hail one of our own in this important position.